Hi folks, welcome to this unit of hybrid teaching. During this unit, we're really going to get more specific about how your face-to-face interactions with students are going to work with your online interactions. Rather than thinking about face-to-face and online as being two separate components of your course, really they should be working together. And so that is the content of the major assignment for this week, which I'll talk through in a moment. But we also are going to discuss how to increase your presence as an instructor, as a professor in your course, because you're getting less face time, which I imagine is one of the reasons why a lot of us got into teaching. We enjoy talking with people and teaching them right there in the moment, in person. There's a bit less of that in hybrid courses, and so I don't want us to lose some of our personality or the special things that make us good teachers by having to move some things online. So we'll think about those two concepts, working, having online and face-to-face interactions work together in concert with each other, and then also enhancing your presence as the professor for your students. So I will briefly shrink myself and then pull up the interaction plan, which is your assignment for this week, for this unit. And I'll let you go through the instructions in more detail on your own, but essentially what I'm asking you to do is to think really systematically about how students are going to interact with instructional materials, how they're going to interact with you, and how they're going to interact with each other. And for those second two items, interacting with you and each other, you have online possibilities and face-to-face possibilities. So this assignment asks you to say how you're going to work all of that out, to really plan ahead and describe how and why you're going to do certain things online and certain things face-to-face. So this is going to be a narrative assignment. It's essentially writing, and I'm going to ask you to address each of these scenarios and really talk about why. For instance, if you say one of the ways that students will interact with each other online is through discussion boards, that's not quite enough. Most classes that use a learning management system will involve some sort of discussion board use. So what kind of discussions are you going to have? Are your discussion boards going to be a place where students can have conversations with each other about course material? Will they be more of a study space for students to ask questions of each other? Really think about why you're choosing to have certain discussions online versus face-to-face, and how the technology really enhances that the particular goal for those assignments that may take place online. So if some of this seems a little bit not concrete enough for you, you can look at the rubric, which goes into detail about, it's really about specificity for me. Describe the how and the why of how these interactions will happen. But if you also look in our course space, you'll see what I consider to be an exemplary interaction plan from another professor who's taken this course. And you'll notice that he admits that he hasn't quite worked certain things out yet, and that's fine. What I really want you to do with this assignment is think through why you're making the choices that you are. And don't feel like you have to use certain technologies or have to have certain face-to-face experiences just because they're expected or that's the way people normally use them. Really use this as an opportunity to think through your practices and again the how and the why of them.